The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what up YouTube fam, it's Dupree aka Darth Hater here with some fresh brand new Star Wars news for you. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and also check out my last video because that greatly helps out the channel. So let's get into it. Somehow, Assajj Ventress has returned for Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 on Disney+, confirming what Star Wars fans long suspected. A reoccurring villain from Star Wars The Clone Wars, Assajj Ventress was a former Night Sister and Count Dooku's Sith apprentice who progressively redeemed herself and ultimately sacrificed her life in 2015's Star Wars Dark Disciple. The biggest surprise from the trailer of Star Wars The Bad Batch has to be the presence of the Clone Wars villainess Assajj Ventress, sporting a new outfit, a head of hair, and wielding two yellow-bladed lightsabers. As for why the former Sith apprentice has returned for the animated show's final season, director and producer Brad Rao shared with Star Wars that they wanted to tell more stories with Assajj Ventress. He said, "We love Assajj Ventress, she's a character that we've been wanting to tell more stories about." While the Sith turned bounty hunter last on-screen appearance occurred in Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 5, her story continued in 2015's Star Wars Dark Disciple, a novel based on an episode arc that was originally planned for Season 7 of the animated show. Rao's comments went on to confirm that Dark Disciple's events are still canon and a new storytelling will line up with the events of Star Wars Dark Disciple. He said, "We don't want to spoil anything, but want fans to know that any new storytelling with Ventress will align with the events of Star Wars Dark Disciple." For reference, in Dark Disciple, Assajj is still a bounty hunter but determined to work alone before being paired with Jedi Quinlan Vos, who was referenced in Obi-Wan Kenobi for a mission to assassinate Count Dooku. Not only does Ventress fall in love with Vos and recognizes light side qualities in herself, but after he falls to the dark side, she redeems him, but at the cost of her own life. Due to Assajj Ventress's fan favorite status and the fact that Lucasfilm's plans for her character were never realized on screen, fans suspect the studio would somehow find a way to bring her back. The question now is how and why is she still alive? Granted, the events of Dark Disciple and The Bad Batch occur relatively close to one another, but the book definitely precedes the series and that Count Dooku, who is responsible for Ventress, is dead. If of course she was even dead to begin with, as her Star Wars databank entry now reads, that wasn't the end of Assajj's story. While fans will have to wait to see how Lucasfilm explains this, the fact that The Bad Batch is sticking to her Dark Disciple storyline suggests she's still a bounty hunter. Therefore, Clone Force 99 may be looking to hire Assajj Ventress to break Omega out of Mount Tantus. If so, it will be interesting to see how her first connection with yellow lightsabers fare in The Bad Batch's post-Order 66 era. Another intriguing possibility is that Assajj may be connected to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's live-action Mandoverse, especially in the wake of the Night Sisters and Dathomir presence in Ahsoka. So what do we think about this? Honestly, they've done this before in the past. They've changed how Kanan Jarrus went through Order 66 from the comics to the series, and generally how Lucasfilm has been going about like the books to the live action shows and the movies. The comic books and the novels have the lowest tier of canon, meaning that they can change or delete them at will or just change events around or say this didn't happen anymore. It's kind of frustrating because back in the day, back in 2015, when there was this new push on everything's going to be canon, everything's going to be a tie-in, everything's going to make sense. But now, since they're changing a lot of the narrative, a lot of the comics and a lot of the books that we bought or read back in those days are just being deleted from canon or non-canonized or pushed to legends, or they're saying it didn't happen now. So for this whole Dark Disciple thing, I think that's what they're kind of going to do with this. Like the whole mission to, you know, take out Count Dooku by Quinlan Vos happened when Count Dooku was alive before the events of Star Wars Episode 3. But I think right now what they're gonna do with that is they set up a lot of things. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, they set up Quinlan Vos, like by name. Obi-Wan actually says him. And then in the Mandoverse, obviously they're doing the whole push to the whole Night Sister thing and everything. And like they're saying right now, this could tie into that. But I think what they're going to do is not only are they going to introduce Assajj Ventress, I think they might even touch on Quinlan Voss in this too. If they're going to say the storylines from Dark Disciple are still canon, then you would have to include Quinlan Voss in this as well. I think what's going to happen is they're probably going to run across Ventress somehow. She might end up working with them and to help break Omega out of Mount Tantus. There might be another reasoning with this, and who knows, she might be already like in love or friendly with Quinlan Voss in this too, and they might end up like showing him. A lot of character stories need to be tied up in this, including Clone Force 99. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about them decanonizing parts of Dark Disciple. Let me know if you think we'll possibly be getting Quinlan Voss in this. Let me know what you guys thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications for my latest videos. That would be great. Anyway guys, take care. See you in the next one. May the force be with you. Bye.